Hi everyone, today I'm going to bring you an art tutorial based on the work of Redon, or inspired by the work of Odilon Redon. He was a French symbolist painter, basically in the 1800s, 1900s. He was a contemporary of Gauguin and Vincent van Gogh. So basically the symbolist movement's a great one to launch from because they reacted against the naturalistic movement where people were painting really realistic pictures, and they wanted to paint, I guess, the interior landscape. So they drew a lot of inspiration from myths and stories and legends and just the inner world of spirituality. So what we're going to be doing today is it's basically an acrylic painting. I did a demo earlier, and Odilon Redon, if you're familiar with his work, he was which we're going to have a look at in a minute actually, he's very much all about doing a lot of faces with flowers. So his flower paintings are amazing and they're just very ethereal. A lot of, I don't know if it's very, you can see the light shining on that one, but you can see all these beautiful ethereal, using that word so many times, ethereal, but it is, shapes and the gorgeous flowers, and it almost looks like it's underwater at this painting. It's so beautiful. I'll just show you another one. There's another one. So that idea of a person amidst all the flowers, I love that. So we're going to take that idea with using a head and flowers. So basically what I did, and obviously this is very open-ended, so I just really mainly want this to inspire you, just to kind of think, okay, this is something that I can and gain inspiration in life from. So I basically just got a canvas panel. This is what I did earlier, my demo, and it's about 30 centimetres by 35 centimetres, or anything, any sort of size. It doesn't really matter, just what you feel happy working on. And I use the idea of a face in profile. So I always think it's nice to have, for me, it's nice to have a reference, because then you've got lights and shadows to kind of work from. So I just Googled, faces in profile, and you can get some royalty-free images that you can kind of work with, and you don't have to make them look like who they are. You can just use them as a reference to help you with your painting. And then of course the flowers are on the outside, but the main thing with this was, it's really and truly, when it comes to painting and having that sort of spiritual quality or that atmosphere, it becomes a real dance of the colors, and colors are really like a musical tune, musical chords and things like this that you play with, just to try and get the right atmosphere of what you want. So we're really using those two elements to give that atmosphere and play around with colour. So I just invite you to open up your inner child, and I'll just tell you quickly what paint I used. I really had a very limited palette. With skin colours, generally all of the colours mixed together, so you're making kind of a muddy brown. So bit of blue. This is actually Indian yellow, so it's a kind of a yellow-based yellow, a warm yellow, and cadmium red, scarlet. And I used a little bit of the cool red, which is alizarin. So they've got a different quality, and you can sort of make the shadows using the darker tones, and then you add white to your skin colour. And then before you know it, you've got heaps of colours to work with and to play around with on your palette. And I also use a little bit of red black for my darks. What else? Retarder is a good one to have if you're using acrylic paint, because acrylic paint's notorious for drying really, really, really quickly. And the other thing I did, which because Redon's paintings are he uses pastel, actually, he doesn't use paint. I used what's called a dry brush technique towards the end. So that was basically, I had all my colours, and to blend them all in, I just dipped lightly my brush in sort of a really pale colour and toned it down, and it gave it sort of almost like an airbrushy kind of feeling over the top, really kind of powder-like. Anyway, so that's what we're using. So basically just painting, acrylic painting. And I just want to leave you with a quote that Redon said. He said that true art lies in the reality that is felt. And I want you to really take hold of that, because it's not about, it really is about your inner voice, like your own unique expression, and how you see. The lens that you see your life through is different to everybody else's lens, and that's just so valuable. And so whatever way that can find expression is fantastic. So I just invite you to really relax into the experience of painting, really enjoy it. Enjoy letting the colours unfold. They might not be the same as mine. That's okay. I'd love to see what you're creating. If you can, show me. That would be beautiful. And just enjoy. So just before we start, I'm going to go through some of his paintings, because I think it's really lovely to look at his process, and hopefully it'll inspire you for your own. And then I'll do a demo, and I hope you enjoy. Redon uses the symbol of closed eyes to suggest turning inward in spiritual contemplation. This painting is called simply Closed Eyes. This is one of my favourite paintings. This is called Ophelia Among the Flowers, and it has a beautiful ethereal dreamlike quality just in the blues and the pops of red that come through. Ophelia is a character that's been depicted by many artists over the years, and this is just a beautiful example. This beautiful painting simply entitled Beatrice, and I love those colours, they're just glorious. Once again, a mystical subject matter here. This is a druidess, and the mystical quality is really amplified by that vibrant blue in the background. Profile of a woman with a vase of flowers. Once again, we see this pop of colour, vibrant colour against the really subdued mustardy colours, and it really makes you just feel like this hazy, dreamlike sensation when you look at it. So here I'm just roughly sketching in the details of the face. As you'll see, the face on the side view is generally divided into thirds. So I put in the eyebrows, the top third, and sketched in the eye. The nose sort of goes about two-thirds of the way down, and the chin, and just sketching in a little bit of the other details like the flowers, where they're going to go. Very rough at this stage. And that's my palette. So I've got my skin colour that I'm mixing up, getting a lot of nice different skin tones to work with. Once again, they just get layered up gradually, so we're building colour as we go. Using a bit of the shadows, very much looking at the light and shadow in my photo reference, and that helps you get in the right proportions as well. And you can change these and tweak them as you go, the proportions. It's important to sort of stand back and see where you're going every now and again, and look at your work rather than being too close up to it all the time. Here I'm getting more into the finer details of the light and shadow, and really it's just I'm working on the face a lot more finely, and I'm going to bring in a lot of those colours in the background as well, as you'll see. stage it becomes sort of playing around with colours and trying to harmonise the colours together, getting some nice complementary colours in the pops of red and orange and the blues, and just trying to create that really ethereal quality with the colours that I use, and the brush strokes being really light and soft, using a dry brush technique, brushing over the top of the colour with white. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you got heaps out of that, and let me know how it went for you. And God bless. Keep painting. Bye.